Visayas. Pati naman natin mga kaibigan natin sa Bicol region at saka Upper North, Ilocos region. Magandang gabi po sa inyo sa mga kayo naroroon. Sinusundan ng vintage coverage. At narito po ang starting lineup. Solis Distrito in the backcourt. Saldana starts off as Aitono and Harris for Swift. San Miguel goes with Travis and Agustin. Polistico Kaidigan Tang. The referees for this game on your screens. That's me and Dr. J, of course. Referee De Dios has the basketball. Referee Chu is the other official, and who can miss? Tito Varela. We have an early jump, a violation, and we're going to have the basketball going to Swift. First possession.
Well, Swift must have been studying San Miguel's lineup because they did not start off with... They started off with Terry Saldana instead of Saldi Rialubit, and so obviously they want Rialubit to come off the bench. Isolation play there for Harris. No success.
San Miguel with its first touch of the ball. Travis on a very fast clip.
It's funny that you can see on the very first play how Travis keeps on flying. In contrast to the game that we saw earlier, except they were so tired in the end game, they couldn't get up into the air anymore.
Of course, that game went into extension. Finally, Pepsi, mukhang nagiging kontrapelo na Santa Lucia. Winning 96-94, we were tied at the overtime for overtime. Yes, that's right, at 87 all.
An 18-second shot clock here for the Swift Mighty Meaties. Harris trying to go through the corners, has Agustin in front of him.
Down to 11 seconds as Aitono has a short stab, but not a clear view of the hoop. Solis sends it to Saldana, tries to shake up Tang, but Tang sticks to him. Ball still up on the turf of Swift. 16 on the shot clock. Solis triple. No, sir. Ice cold offense for Swift here in the early goings. Travis quickly to Tang. Bobbled, could have traveled there. Turns instead, scores.
San Miguel off to a good start. Their defense working for them, forcing some poor shot selections on the part of the Swift Mighty Meaties, and they have a 4-point lead.
We were also a bit delayed as far as the start of the second game was concerned because they were trying to fix up and mend the basket which Swift is using right now, which needed some repair work after what happened in the first game.
You can see it's quite delayed. You're probably wondering if you just came home. 8-5, 8-7, game's just starting. First 2 points of the ball game for Swift coming from Harris. He has a 3-point play on that foul on Kenny, I think.
Yes, you're right. It's on Travis, his first personal, as you mentioned. 10:39 to go. San Miguel Beer with the early lead of 4-3 now.
Well, Kenny, Travis, and Harris have met each other last year, so they know each other quite well, especially on what are the capabilities of one. I think Travis has improved, and Harris himself would like to get his 3-point shot back, which he displayed last year.
Exactly. He has not scored it with the same ferocity as he did last year. Meanwhile, Alan Kaidek's first attempt goes for naught. Distrito, the destroyer's attempt, no siree. Alvin Tang takes care of collaring that rebound, and it's safely in San Miguel's hands.
You can see there's a little pressure being felt by Swift early here, Seth. They're missing some shots that are very easy for them ordinarily, no? And we have a bump foul there called on Rudy Distrito against the driving Ato Agustin.
First personal foul. So a bit of tension has been observed by Dr. J on the part of Swift. San Miguel, however, on the other hand, just 4 points on the board, 2 minutes going by. Agustin receives off the inbound. Travis unloads a 3. This one rimming out. Also, Swift looks like they want to slow things down, at least here in the early stages.
Well, they know the Beermen are a fast team coming back in transition, so if you have really no fast break attempts, why force it? Distrito with a 3-point shot. Still nothing for him.
9:39 to play. Here's Alvin Tang down the baseline. He loves that part of the floor. Off the rebound. No, it's a traveling violation. Argument from San Miguel is that it might have touched the board.
If it touched the board, then it's legitimate. Did it? If it did not, then he has no right to pick it up closer to the basket. That would have been a good call, a traveling violation.
Hard to tell from that slow-mo replay.
From our angle, yes.
Downstairs we go to the Bulls. Offensive foul. First on Nelson Aceitono, second on the team.
In that play, if you see it in slow-mo, you'll appreciate the presence of Polistico. That's what he's in there for, to make it difficult for Aceiton. I thought he was going to be called for the traveling violation, but instead, I think the push with the shoulder came first, and that's what the referee saw.
9 minutes, 6 seconds remain in the opening quarter. Here's Travis dancing the cha-cha with Solis. When does he unload? Now. The triple goes.
It's now a 7-3 count in favor of the Beermen. Remember, they're going for the first final slot outright. No?
Yes, they carry a card of 11-4. They had some anxious moments, especially in the first round of the semifinals phase. Saldana has a bucket. Ball game reads 7-5 in favor of the Beermen with 8.5 minutes remaining.
Here's another player that has improved in the last few games. Terry Saldana's game has improved vastly, and that's why he's been given some playing time. Harris trying a steal there.
Alvin Tang, rather ungainly and off balance of that attempt. Seemed to be limping after that sequence, but he signals the bench he's okay. The foul on that last play was on Al Solis, his first.
3 team fouls already called against the Swift Mighty Meaties, one against San Miguel Beer, Sev. 8 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Short shot there for Alvin Tang.
Tang has been averaging 13 points, 7 rebounds per outing for San Miguel Beer. An area where he can possibly improve on is his free throw shooting, only 63% from there.
And he proves you right by missing both. Although they get another crack, 3-point attempt by Agustin, all net. So San Miguel has had the benefit of 2 3-point shots already here in this first few minutes of the game. Nice breaking and a good block there by Polistico, but there was a foul on number 10, Alvin Tang.
First on Tang. Counting the team fouls, San Miguel Beer now has 2. The Mighty Meaties have been charged with 3, as we have Rudy Destrito, who will be on a close-up. No, he was not. He's going, there he is, on a medium shot for all of you.
Destrito obviously would like to get going from the free throw line as you take a look at the what we call the franchise and El Presidente, Juan Fernandez.
Who was watching the first game, the dying seconds of the overtime in the vintage room earlier, doing a play-by-play of his own there, together with Bong Ravena. 10-7 is the count. Interesting, Mon in one of the publications has announced that last year would be his last year here in the PBA.
Next year, you mean?
Yes. Kaidek's attempt does not hit the target. Aceitono embraces the basketball.
An opportunity now for Swift to come closer, but again, see Seb, they're slowing down the game, no? If you notice.
Yes. Harris, nothing inside. They scramble for it. It's on the line. It will stay with Swift. 10-7 is our score. San Miguel is in front with 7:36 to go. The Mighty Meaties carrying a 10-6 card.
And they have 2 games left against San Miguel, and the other one will be against the Pure Foods Tender Juicy Hot Dogs.
That's coming on Friday. Alan Kaidek with a feathery touch of that steal, but he passed it to the wrong man. Saldana, runner.
If the Mighty Meaties win this game, they already assured themselves also of a playoff by getting to 11, because Santa Lucia can only get to 11, so can Pure Foods possibly, or maybe even Pepsi. So this game is so important for both teams, and I think especially for the Hot Dogs. And we'll have a case of illegal defense called against Swift.
Nelson Aceitono trying to explain his side of the matter. It's a warning against the Mighty Meaties occurring at the 6:54 mark of this first quarter. Beermen have a 1-point lead. Kaidek performs the sideline inbound. Performs the shot, but it's an air ball.
Way off.
Rushed it, Dr. J?
Well, that's usually a good play for Alan Kaidek. Make him throw in, give off a handoff, and he usually can get off a good shot. But this one, I think, was bothered a little bit by the outstretched arms of the defender.
Yes. Harris whips it over to the street. A swing slap goes right, faces the basket. He was in the clear.
See what those 2 free throws can give you after missing some easy shots, including a layup, getting points. Now he gets the confidence for himself.
Yes, indeed. 4 points for Distrito. And Swift gains the upper hand, 11-10. 6:20 remaining.
Agustin did not use the double high post screens given him, and now they have to go to another play with 8 seconds left. Another long one. Not this time.
Opportunity for Swift to boost it 6-0 run as of now. But Harris says, let's take things nice and easy. Okay, one guess on who's coming in. Applause is in the background.
You can bet cash money on what it is. Bet that. Kicking on the part of Kaidik will mean a setting of the shot clock to 25 seconds. And before Samboy can come in, Seth will have that timeout.
Dr. J and yours truly, Seb Sarmenta, return with a vintage coverage of the PBA after these. Action resumes. Tony Harris has a pirouette. It goes for naught. 11-10, Swift in front by a point. Samboy Lim, first attempt, first basket.
You can always count on him when you start a fast break. When he comes from the wings and you don't have big men there to defend, Samboy will just go by and use his strength against you. Low post play for Harris where he was not successful earlier.
Distrito nearly losing control there.
San Miguel trying to scramble its defense back. Long one by Distrito.
Oh, Asaitona really skying there.
But he did not make the mistake of rebounding with one hand. You have to see he rebounded with two hands before putting it up back with one. No?
Turnover this time, Dr. J. Solis interrupting the path of Kenny Travis. Asaitona trying to drill it inside, parts everybody away. It's in the hands of Distrito. Tony Harris is begging for it outside, but Saldana is in possession. Saldana, stab, no. Samboy, airborne. San Miguel with an opportunity to gain the upper hand, and almost had it.
Three-point attempt on the part of Travis was in and out. 13-12 is the concept. Swift on top by one. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left. First quarter of play.
So far, the Beermen have hit 2 rainbow connections in the first quarter. Here's Harris. Slow, deliberate, methodical so far, but he pulls up and scores.
Agustin trying to draw the charge since there was no call. He just allowed an easy attempt there for Tony Harris.
Which is exactly the sentiment of Coach Norman Black as he talks to the official along the sideline. But that play will just go by us. Travis, meanwhile, in possession, starts his drive. Ooh, knocked away. And there's going to be a trip, however, to the free throw line.
Well, the street already had committed a foul. What Harris did here was to make sure that there would be no three-point play here for Travis, you know, by blocking the shot.
Pumarin steps in for Renato Agustin, coming in with 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in this first quarter play. Again, if you just arrived home, don't be surprised, don't be shocked. We are still in the first quarter at this hour. We had an overtime game in the first game. We had a slight delay earlier. Pepsi emerging victorious against Santa Lucia, 96-94.
In overtime, no, Seb. So
yes.
The first time that Santa Lucia has lost in overtime in the semifinals. Remember their triple overtime victory over the Beermen. Ives Dignadice, Seb, has come into the ball game to replace Doc Polistico. Travis asking for the ball to be wiped. He felt that it was quite slippery.
Yes. People beginning, especially the vintage crew and a lot of the PBA loyal followers here, how come overtimes always happen on a Tuesday? Well, who knows, really? Just happens.
Tuesday, yeah.
Asaitona probes inside. Saldana backtracking, backpedaling, lost his balance, ended up with a foul.
Loose ball foul there on Saldana against Deng. Seb, I think I know the answer. Because if you go overtime on Tuesday, you'll be very close to 10:30, 11 o'clock. After 12 o'clock, just go straight to Baclaran. Or church.
Ayos, you know, you start
Quite
day
near.
rate. Yep.
Oh, there are a lot of devotees to that.
Yes. Who do go at 12 midnight. Travis, meanwhile, pulls up. Not a clear shot for him.
After a good start, San Miguel's scoring has really tapered off now. But their defense has held on, and there's Harris being fouled and having a three-point play coming up for himself.
Alvin Tang committing his second personal foul. The Beermen have been charged with 3 team fouls, Swift with 5. Just about ready to enter the ball game for the first time tonight is Don Ramon Fernandez, pulling out Tang.
Well, it's almost always that you see that kind of substitution pattern for San Miguel. If any of the starting 5 players do not play well, they come out. If they get 2 personal fouls, usually they come out even earlier. No? So it's been a constant for them. Yes. Harris trying to finish off another 3-point play. He has 8 in the ball game. They now have a 5-point lead.
With 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. Transformaren up against Distrito. Ignatius trying to provide the shield. Travis is inside. No pass. No clear pass available. Samboy Lim gets it back from Ramon. Goes up. Strips of possession. Goes the other way. Touched last by Beermen.
That's right. Well, San Miguel has made a complete change of its local lineup from the starting 5 unit. Swift has elected to stay with its original 5. And they have managed to take a 5-point lead now.
Whereas they were down by 5 earlier.
Well, you know, that's just part of the start of the game.
Yes, indeed. Harris trying to brush aside the defensive hand of Travis. Saw it straight off the 3, but bouncing out.
Well, Travis trying to take charge here by bringing the ball down. He's met high by Solis, and he's calling for an isolation play for himself.
Travis. Shot clock is cutting down now to 8. He unloads a 3. Unlucky with those 3s.
But it's not the best shot selection. You put yourself under pressure by holding the ball too much, and then you have to shoot a 3-point shot with 6 or 5 seconds left in your shot clock. Good block there by Travis.
Juan Fernandez with a safety tap. Samboy dribbling problem. Distrito, good ball fake, left-handed stab. San Miguel Beer, they want to discuss things. Their team has fallen behind now by 7 with 2. Swift is in front by 7 with 1 minute and 54 seconds remaining. We are coming out of a San Miguel Beer timeout.
And they have 8 seconds on the shot clock. It's still in the outside. Fernandez trying to drive hard.
3 seconds of the shot clock. Are they aware of the shot clock? Samboy finally aware.
Let's
Action
go.
continues.
Let's go because it's a defensive rebound. Seems to be a lot of harmony between Saitono and Harris tonight.
Yes, they seem to be buddy-buddy, huh? They were as such during the warm-up, the layup lines. Meanwhile, a traveling violation against Harris.
Well, the switch of Travis picking up Harris has done well for San Miguel. They've sort of been able to control him, even in that one-on-one plays, have you noticed, no?
Here's Travis. Ives Dignadisa receives, nails it.
There are some centers or even power forwards who really love the pick and roll play, and that's one of the reasons why it's a very effective play if you run it properly.
One of the most difficult to stop. Usually ends up creating a mismatch.
Or an open shot, that's what happened in that play. A long one here by Harris, in and out.
Dignadisa touching it last.
That's right.
It will remain on the side of Swift.
None of the teams are in penalty with 35.1 seconds left. Maybe 2 more plays coming up for us here.
Here's Distrito. Umaren trying to stop him. Dignadisa emerges from the pack with a rebound. Time down to less than 20 seconds. Travis bothered by Solis. The ball is snapped away.
Solis continues to put an aggressive defensive stance against Kenny Travis. San Miguel, 15.1 seconds left. Let's see what play they'll call.
Earlier, a quick glimpse at Mayor Pablo Cuneta of Pasay. Samboy Lim harassed by Harris. Samboy looks at the clock. It's down to 11 seconds. You can see the same clock, ladies and gentlemen. Travis holding on. Starts his maneuver now. It's
Good
stepped away. Good steal indeed. Distrito sets offline. Sabi niya hindi aabot. Sinabi niya kay Alsoles kaya tiniraw na. Low scoring. First quarter, 20 to 15. This coverage continues in a short while. This is Vintage Enterprises continuing coverage of the PBA games. Vintage Enterprises celebrating its 15th year this year, well as its 12th season of covering the PBA games. Seb Sarmenta here with Dr. J.
We have a substitution for the Swift Mighty Meaties to open up the second quarter. They have Ria Lubit coming into the ball game for Saldana. San Miguel stays with the lineup that finished the first quarter.
After a sluggish start, slow start if you will, Swift finally picked up its game and ended up on top of the score at the end of the first quarter. Travis, this is not a wrestling match. They end up in a lock there.
Tony Harris committing his first personal foul. 2 free throws coming up here for Kenny Travis.
Lots of people here tonight.
We are in the last week of the semifinals, barring any playoffs, which the possibility is quite big at the moment.
Still difficult to call the two teams that will make it eventually to the finals. People are beginning to concoct different combinations, Dr. J.
Well, I would like to do that, but I'm not a bartender.
You ain't no Tom Cruise?
If I were, I wouldn't be here.
You'd be in Hollywood, Dr.
I wouldn't be here, baby.
30 seconds going by us here.
San Miguel coming up with a trapping defense to try to throw off track the half-court offense of Swift. Swift employing a lot of one-on-ones, and then when they get into trouble, then they release those drop passes, as in this case.
Alan Dignadice, we're already set for our PBA TV trivia quiz. Our second question. Aside from life imprisonment, what are the penalties for a deliberate foul call? Now, kidding aside, what are the penalties for a deliberate foul call?
Well, that was changed this year, no? That's what we want the answer for as Ria Lupit makes his first free throw. There are some heavy penalties to try to, take it away from players committing deliberate fouls. Norman Black biting his fingernails. Nothing will be left after this game. And we have Meneses about to go to the scorer's bench.
Hey, Norman, I know a good guy who does a very good manicure.
22-17, a 5-point lead. Almost a minute gone by here. Another pick and roll play.
Travis.
That left him wide open, but he missed that one.
How many has he attempted from the field, Dr. J?
Well, Travis has had a lot of shots here. He has only converted 2, and one of them was a 3-point shot. It's like 2 out of 7 for him from the outside.
So not exactly the hottest of clips for...
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Okay. Samboy Lim. Offensive foul. That was clear. They couldn't apply the brakes right away.
Meneses is now coming in for the street. So take a look at this. Samboy is a guy who favors going to the right a lot. No? And if he gets a first step on you, you're gone. But here, he tries to go left a little bit. Tries to shift back where Harris has established position. And look at this. Both teams are shooting so poorly. Swift is in the lead purely because it has 10 more attempts than what San Miguel had in the first quarter of play.
Interesting situation there, as you were discussing there. That particular point, the ball hitting referee Varela, but also always keep in mind the official is part of playing court.
As long as he's on the live court. If that was outside, then that ball would have been outside already. If he had been stepping out of the live court. Okay, Kainit has come back into the ball game, replacing Samboy. Set up job here for Allen. It won't fall for them.
A tight lid on the San Miguel basket. Harris, his dribble. They're trying to interrupt it. Harris, 3, yes!
And all of a sudden, they have a 8-point lead now with 2 minutes gone by in this quarter. 25-17 is the count.
Short range, connection, Travis. Well, if it doesn't work from afar, bring it in.
Omon still has a lot of good passing in his body, and he, as you can see in that play, he brought the ball up and saw the flashing Kenny Travis, got the ball to him very quickly for the easy play. Another 3-point attempt by Harris.
This time it bounces out. Travis brings it towards the middle aisle. Kamikaze drive. No, nothing there. Imports down on the floor. Berhel Meneses. Layup. No, sorry, loose ball foul.
Asaytono. Number 11, Asaytono. On Dignadice.
Huh? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I did not see the other finger of referee Chua. I thought it was 11. So checking that, it's going to be on Dignadice, his second.
Art de la Cruz about to come into the ball game here, replacing Ives. Dignadice.
Offensive sock with both sides, sleeping just a bit here. There have been several misses. Asaitono with that spin of it, he is clipped.
A foul, early foul here by Art de la Cruz. Well said, San Miguel is a team that plays tough defense. It likes to limit the other team's scoring in order to be able to come up with victories. Swift is not that kind of a team, but I think it has learned that if they want to win here in this conference, they've also got to play defense and not try to outscore the other team. Look at what happened to them to Santa Lucia. They
That's
tried
right.
to go to 148 points to 142. That's not defense, trying to outshoot each other.
Meanwhile, we have Nelson Asaitono on the line. Travis is pursuing his case with referee De Dios in
Yes.
the backcourt.
Because there should have been a call there, I think, whether a charging or a blocking foul. Harris was not directly underneath the basket, so there should have been no let go in that case. I agree that something should have been called.
26-19. 9 minutes, 3 seconds left. San Miguel on the offense. Travis nails the three, his second.
Well, Seb, that's his second out of 6 attempts, so he's still 33% from that range. No?
It transforms this game into 26-22. The high toss ending up in Aitono's hands, but there was a foul committed. De La Cruz, 2 quick ones on him.
In a space of about 30 seconds. No? And we have Rudy Distrito coming back in for Al Solis. 4-point lead here for Swift.
With 8:44 remaining, something that might work against the Beermen here is the fact that they have 5
team
team
fouls.
fouls. Swift with 1. Asaitono, that's the 16th foul.
And, you know, without Peng and Dignadice or a Polistico who are big players there, Swift is trying to pound the inside courtesy of Nelson Asaitono.
Excellent point, Dr. J. Of course, Juan Fernandez not exactly the widest of bodies.
And you know, he's only coming out to help, no? So the momentum is already on the side of Asaitono. If you also notice, Swift is shooting on their side right now. Possibly, you know, during a toss going there, San Miguel might have elected to want to play it that way, no? Usually that happens in the second half when a team shoots on its side.
Alan Kaidik, shifty move, shakes up the defense. Oh, great move by Kaidik.
That's why I've always felt that he plays much taller than he is, because Alan is, although he's thin, he's about 6'1 and a half, 6'2". When he gets in there, he has a lot of tricky moves, you know. That's a move for a power forward, actually, when you get down there, but he knows a lot of kind of shots. And so he's able to get some points from the inside.
That's a valuable lesson for all those kids and teenagers who are into the game. It's fun to shoot, but sometimes the defense can claw you. Really have to come up with a variety of moves in your arsenal, like many of the PBA players do have in the PBA. Kaidik,
Splitting his charities.
6-point lead for the vitamin packed Mighty Meaties of Swift. 8:18 to go. 16 fouls against the Beermen, 2 against Swift. Foul called.
Alan Kaidik picking up another foul. First personal. And that is already the 17th foul called against the Beermen with still 8 minutes and 13 seconds in the second quarter.
Sitting down is Franz Pumara, and Ato Agustin is back in the game. Also sitting down, it will be Ramon Fernandez. Robocop is back in harness. Harris can't shake off Travis, sends it to Vergel Meneses. Villalubin tried to brush aside Alvin Tang. This offensive pattern has 10 seconds to go. Meneses, board attempt. Villalubin overshooting.
Well, Swift has really pounded the boards well, especially the offensive boards. They had 10 in the first quarter. Alan missing a 3-point shot. But that is not a big lead at all. 29-23, second quarter of play.
We are having a dry season on both ends of the floor.
It was ominous when that there's something that happened to that goal on that side.
Kaidik with his second foul, but shooting situation or not, it will mean 2 charities, as Dr. J mentioned earlier. San Miguel entering the penalty at the 8:13 mark of this second period. San Miguel Beer so far hitting 4 of 8 free throws. On the other hand, Swift missing only 1 in the game.
Verrell is averaging close to 14 points a ball game, but there have been games that he has been completely cold, you know. His 13.8 points includes a high of 22-point production as we take a look at some of the officials of the PBA and of course of vintage. No?
Kala ko lumipat na si Ronnie na
No, not yet. Ronnie Marquez, Ray Marquez, we have RN, Ronnie Tanos, and of course Executive Director June Bernardino. 31-23 here, 8-point lead.
I thought it was next month's cover for GQ.
The way they're all dressed up.
Yes. 7:18 to go. Travis can't shake off Distrito. Distrito dropping to the deck. Look at Asaitono hug the basketball.
That's why he has played without relief. Asaitono, despite not being able to score well, has done a great job of rebounding for his team.
7 defensive rebounds, 2 off the offensive glass. Harris.
Goodbye.
Ooh, goodbye indeed.
And it seems like Travis was hurt in that play too.
San Miguel Beer is down by 10. Swift putting on a mighty job of distancing itself. 6:53 to go. We'll be back. We welcome all of you back to the second quarter of this game. 6:44 remaining. A 10-point lead by Swift. Art de la Cruz with a good move downstairs. He drew a foul there.
Good pump fake on the part of De La Cruz, gets that third personal foul of Asaitono.
Mr. Joey Concepcion is back at the Coliseum. We haven't seen him for quite a while.
Well, I understand he had a trip to the States. He just came recently, and Nelson Asaitono now in foul trouble.
Art de la Cruz. Mr. Joe Concepcion, we haven't seen him for a while also. I was asking Mr. Elmer Yanga about them. We haven't seen the Concepcions for a while at the Coliseum. Well, they've had different business concerns both here and abroad. And there are quite a lot of them.
Right.
This game has a score of 33-25. 6:33 remaining. Seb Sermenta working with Dr. J at the foul. Illegal D. Tang saying, not me, then who? No else but you, says the official.
Warning on San Miguel, 10 for illegal.
Just a warning on the Beermen.
Well, the Swift Mighty Meaties had been called for that kind of violation earlier. It was in the first quarter. So both teams have been given a warning now. Subsequent violations will merit technical foul shots for the opposing team.
6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining as we step out of the inbound off that illegal defense call. 13 on the shot clock of Swift. Distrito. It refuses to drop inside. Here's Renato Agustin burning hardwood with 6 minutes to go. The shot, difficult one, on the run. Berhal Meneses takes it rather lazily. Then he accelerates. Then he scores.
Travis found himself all alone at home there in that last play. Agustin having been the one who penetrated earlier, he just was late for defense.
Berhal throwing off the defense there with a deceptive move, his first field goal of the evening. Kaidek, Agustin, goodbye.
Those are three good shooters there for San Miguel. You're talking of Travis, then there's Kaidek and Agustin, and they've spaced themselves out properly for a good shot selection.
Inside action. Yeah, Lubit. 5 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. Swift has a 10-point lead. Here's Kenny Travis. Telling Alan Kaidek, let me try it this time. No, he goes to Kaidek instead. Nothing there. De La Cruz had no control over the ball. Agustin touches it last.
Besides, even if they got the ball, there was going to be about 3 seconds left on their shot clock. Probably would not be able to throw up a good shot. Distrito is now being replaced by Al Solis.
Meanwhile, the Swift buzzer is going haywire there. The timeout buzzer, that is. No timeout called. Anyway, 37-27 is our count. Swift is in front. Rebound foul.
Pushing called on Saldi Realubit.
Loose ball foul on
It's a
red.
funny thing that you can see that the crowd is reacting because Realubit is 6'6", maybe 6'5.5", and Agustin is about, 5'8", 5'9". He didn't have to push him. All he had to do was jump, and he would be able to get the ball over Agustin's head.
Maybe just tiptoe.
Why did he have to push him?
Yes.
That's the thing. Hopes are going to be a foul there.
Travis sandwiched.
Foul on Solis.
Solis giving up his second personal foul. 5 on Swift as a team. 4 minutes and 30 remaining. Some fast break points.
Big in favor of Swift, 11-2, Seb. And you can see that it's controlled because on many instances when they see San Miguel's defense coming back, they don't attempt at all any fast break plays.
Correct. Alan Kaidek. Agustin.
3 passes, but no shot.
No fast break possibilities and opportunities for San Miguel, as you saw on the graphic earlier. Kaidek is watching over Meneses. Of course, they used to be teammates. Solis is an open man.
Well, he saw that. Harris saw that play.
There's Travis. 37-29 with 3:40 to go.
Well, that breaks a long silence of scoreless games for both of the teams. It was 37-27 for quite a while there.
Finally, the dry spell brought about some rain. Harris. That move doesn't work for Realubit. Gets a finger roll inside. He has 6 points.
San Miguel has done a very poor job on boxing out or defensive rebounding. And we're going to see at halftime what the stats are for offensive rebounds for Swift is here in the first half.
Norman Black visibly concerned doing the box outs signal. Yes. Kaidek straight. True from Triple B.
3 points.
Number 1 from that distance. Alan Kaidek's favorite turf.
And probably not the last 2.
His average is about 4 or 5 per game.
Remember, he's the record holder. 3-point attempt by Solis, who has not been getting that shot going for him. Good save by Agustin. And an easy fast break point now for San Miguel.
A rarity considering the way the game has gone so far.
And they have cut the lead down in half from a high of 10.
That's right.
It's down to 5 now.
Yes, with 2 minutes 25 to go. Cut by Meneses. Pulling up. Tad short. Travis, another fast break opportunity for the Beermen. Art de la Cruz. Agustin, you take it. Yang Yao has seen enough. This necessitates a timeout. 2:11 to go. Here at the Astro, Dr. J, you were telling our viewers earlier, if you haven't seen the scoreboard, where have you been all this year? Well, you haven't seen the adrenaline in action live. You've been missing 3/4, just 3/4 of your life.
Well, after that 7-0 run, the timeout called by Yang Yao produced 2 points from Saldi Realubit, who has 8 in the ballgame. Kaidek with a 3-point shot, another bullseye.
Music to the ear of San Miguel fans, huh?
And that's a good setup job. Travis pretends to drive, and what you get is an easy attempt there for Alan Kaidek. Solis himself has been struggling from that area in this ballgame.
Tang is on him. Solis nearly beating Tang there with some quickness. We're down to 1 minute and 10. Chance for San Miguel to pull across. They were down by as much as 10. Agustin, finger roll.
What Swift has not done is take advantage of the penalty situation that San Miguel found itself in early. Okay, they called for a blocking foul. That's number 3 on him, and that will send Tony Harris to the free throw line.
The radio panel in a state of nervous anticipation as to whether they would be bumped again the other night. They got their bath, Dr. J.
Alan Kaidek is now being replaced here by Samboy Lim. Kaidek contributing 6 points from the 3-point territory in that run of theirs.
Yes, As you mentioned, that third personal foul, something they don't want him to increase on Alan Kainit. That is coming up, and Goya knickknacks at the break, and we're going to flash a graphic. Oh, not yes, we are. Jericho Diñera's birthday bash and the feature on my son. No, no, no. You gotta be kidding. Romnick Sarmenta will be our guest.
Not that old. She got married at 11.
Oh, that was a long romantic time ago, Dr. J. Renato Agustin. Rebound. Ooh, he took it away.
And a loose ball foul on Harris there as he tried to knock the ball out of the hands of his team. But only his second personal foul and the sixth team foul called against Swift.
(43-41). Swift still in the lead. San Miguel hoping to pull abreast here. Travis begging for it inside, and that's going to be Swift's 17th foul.
It's a good play there by San Miguel, something that they don't usually do. Instead of waiting outside on the part of Kenny, he went into the low post because he had a mismatch. Pass there to Agustin, he doesn't get it to fall.
So many people collapsing on him there. That last play brought about the third personal foul of Al Solis. So 26 seconds remain here. Vanessas, oh, great pass to Ria Lubit, but he mucks it. Bothered by De La Cruz, he reverses.
He has 10 in the ball game, so he has really done a great job here for Swift.
You know, sometimes on television, Ria Lubit can be really deceiving. He has some very crafty moves inside. Can throw you off completely, and he has strength. Make no mistake about that. Travis nails it.
Not enough time.
Oh, not enough time indeed. So this first half comes to an end with Swift in front 45-43.